dear students. Today let's start with the second chapter of political science, that is public administration. Before we learn more about it, let me explain you what is the meaning of public administration. In the entire word, the first word, that is public, it denotes government. Public means government, and public administration means government taking care of the people of this country, the people who belong to this country, the citizen of this country. The government taking care of the people is called as public administration. Modern society undergone complex and swift changes. This society is keep on changing. There is kind of complex and swift changes daily. For example, we ourselves have lifestyle changes. Lifestyle what we had yesterday, it changes our needs, our desires, everything. For example, a car. The car which was popular yesterday, today we do not want that because something new has come into market. So our lifestyle changes accordingly. That's why public administration is very important. Public administration plays a very important role in transforming human society into a civic society. Okay. So Alexander Hamilton had first used the word public administration in the year 1812. Who it was? It was Alexander Hamilton who used the word public administration for the first time in the year 1812. And then the public administration was read as a subject in USA, that is United States of America. Public administration evolved or took birth as a subject in USA, that is United States of America. Then the past president of USA, that is Woodrow Wilson. The past president of USA, that is Woodrow Wilson, is called as the father of public administration. Who is the father of public administration? It is the past president of USA, that is Woodrow Wilson, is called as father of public administration. Now let's learn about the definitions of public administration. Students, there are a number of authors who have given their own definitions regarding public administration, but I have chosen one that is been given by Woodrow Wilson. According to Woodrow Wilson, let's learn what is public administration. The holistic and orderly implementation of the law is public administration. What is the meaning of holistic? It is the correct way and orderly manner. The law should be implemented in such way that everyone should follow the law. Now let's learn about importance of public administration. Students, public administration is the pillar of the government. Pillar, what does it mean? When the building is built, the building relies on the basic foundation and a strong pillar. Understood? So the building completely stands on the pillar. So the pillar should be very strong. And one more example I can give you, your education. When you join nursery, whatever you have learned there, maybe alphabets or numbers, your entire education depends on what you have learned in nursery. So the alphabets, numbers, what you have learned, it helps you to learn more in higher classes. That's why public administration, without public administration, legislature and even judiciary is of no use. Without good administrative department, other departments are of no use. Without good administrative department, because it is the department which executes or looks after other departments. Understand? That's why one renowned person, he is Paul Appleby, has told, without administration or without public administration, government is just a meaningless chatter. Public administration serves various functions in the interest of the people. Various functions means, students, we have different facilities. Being common people, common citizens of this country, we have different facilities. We need education, we need employment, we need opportunities. But without administration or without good administration, it is not possible. So from the right womb till the tomb means from the birth, from our birth, human beings' birth, till the death, public administration is very important. Next point, implementation of law and policies. Every political party stand for the elections. Most of the political parties even come to power. They win and come to power. They make several promises in the form of policies. Everything is possible only when there is good administration. Understand? Without functioning of good administration, the policies and the promises what they have done, it is only in the papers. It is left only in the papers. The promises are just in the papers. So nothing can be fulfilled without a good administration. Necessary to protect social security. Means even if the government keeps changing, not a problem, not an issue. But the public administration should remain constant. As you all know, elections takes place once in 5 years, isn't it? The person who had already stood previously, also he stands this time and he wins. What does it mean? Why did he win? Because the people have voted him. Why have they voted him? Because he had worked. Previously he had worked for that particular constituency. He had given them good facilities. As I had mentioned in the previous class, your vote should have good value. You have to vote for the one who works for the development of that particular area or constituency. Understand? That person won because he had given good facilities in previous year. Understand? Okay. The support, public administration support legislature and executive. Legislature is the place where policies are implemented and all the inputs and public suggestions are taken here. Understand? And to execute it, you need public administration. That's why public administration is very important and it stands as a support for legislature and executive. Luther Gulick has explained regarding the scope of public administration by using English letters, that is POSTCORB. We pronounce it as POSTCORB. So what did he do? With the help of English letters, he has explained regarding the scope of public administration, where P stands for planning, O stands for organizing, S stands for staffing, D stands for direction, CO stands for coordination, R stands for reporting, and B stands for budget. Let's study about it one by one. So P stands for planning. Students, being a common person, being common people, we plan for each and everything. From a big vacation till a small trip. What is needed, what is not needed, how much money do we need for the trip or vacation, everything is being planned, isn't it? So, in every field, planning is very important. When you start planning, there are a lot of questions which arises. Why is to be done, when it's to be done, how it's to be done, by whom it is to be done. All the questions arises when you start planning. Okay, next is organization. I'll give you the same example of school. When a teacher tells you to prepare for school day. Okay, so there are a lot of works, maybe MC, stage function, a performance, prize distribution, maybe vote of thanks. There are a lot of works. One person can't do it, isn't it? So what do? Different works is being distributed in between different people. So what happens when one work is given to one person, he can concentrate more on that. When the work is organized properly, the output or the result will be very excellent. Okay. Next is staffing. Staffing means recruiting and training regarding a staff. Recruiting means, for example, for a job in a company. Maybe there are 20 people who have come for the interview. Can the company select all the 20 people? No, right? So what do? They select one or two who are efficient or good enough to work in this particular company. So that is called as recruiting, selecting the one who is efficient enough. Okay. Then what do? Once they are selected, they train them, they guide or teach them. That is called as training. So recruiting and recruiting and training a staff is called as staffing. Next, direction or directing. leading. I can give you an meaning of leading. Once the candidate is recruited and trained, then they understand which field will this candidate fit. So then they are distributed in different departments. That is called as leading or directing. Okay. Next is coordination. Coordination means there shouldn't be any misunderstanding between the departments or the people. They should work for a common cause. That is development of their workplace. Okay. Next, reporting. Once they are recruited, once they are trained, once they start their job, they start working there. At the end, they have to give report of what they have worked. It may be in the form of research, it may be in the form of documentation. They can also investigate in any topic. Alright, next is budgeting. Budget. You might have heard this thing. For example, imagine you have 500 rupees pocket money. Understand? 200 rupees every month you have to spend for your stationery purpose, maybe pen, book, pencil or whatever you want. 300 rupees is saved. This is financial planning. Budgeting means financial planning. Planning about expense, income, then calculating and auditing.